There we go, look at that. Oh, lovely. Right, so we're gonna decouple. We're gonna turn around. Now we're gonna have to activate the engines. I'll do that manually. I don't trust it. Double check fuel supplies and all that. Looking good, so we're just gonna slowly thrust away, just a little bit of thrust just to make sure we're not gonna hit. Now where we're gonna land, that does look like the most, looks like the best place to land, doesn't it? So we could do a maneuver and drop ourselves into this big asteroid. Like, I have been there before, so I'm wondering if I should go somewhere else, but I don't think there is any really interesting in this flight path. I don't want to go off the flight path. See, that canyon looks pretty cool. What about we try to overshoot it? Let's say we overshoot it and we try coming down maybe around about here. It's riskier, but it could be quite cool. So we're going to fast forward a bit and make sure we're not... yeah, we're good. We're going reasonably far away from it. So I'm going to get my points. Where is she? There she is. And we're just going to get locked into this. Okay, so we want to do this burn in about 2 minutes time. Just fast forward down. Don't have to be exact this time. And burn. Let's go for 2/3. So yeah, put your line somewhere back here. Because it would be cool to land near that canyon. I don't want to land in it though, because it's going to be extremely sloping corners. So if I could land somewhere along this kind of side of it, close enough that I could see it, it would be cool. Okay, because I'm going to cut there. And we're going to... There she is, there's the canyon. So we're going to fast forward. Let's go to about here. I'm tempted to go for a full stop right here. Let's see, how much fuel or time would that take to really hit the brakes and go straight down? Like, that would be cool, right into the middle of that crater. 35 seconds, it's a bit heavy on the old fuel, isn't it? Oh crap, I hate when I accidentally change the camera. So I'm not sure how you get back. You can't like double click to get back. So it all says focus on 1. Annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I think. Is it wise? I'm gonna use up a lot of fuel doing this. Looks like it's coming back nicely though. I'm gonna go full throttle and try and really slow us down. I'm not gonna go back as far as that crater though. Gonna drop us down, let's say there. So there's that canyon below us. Doesn't look that deep from up here, but it sure as hell is. I'm gonna lock us into that kind of position, and we're gonna fast forward. So we're going about 300 meters a second, so I want to take some of that speed off at this point, just to really start slowing us down. Let's also get the gear extended. So you can see we're still going down at a heck of a rate. 200 meters, let's try and get rid of some of that speed. So it looks like we used about 1/3 fuel so far. Not brilliant. Alright, I'm quite happy with that. And we've almost put our point of descent almost completely over the middle. We want that right there. That means we're going straight down. But I'm going to fast forward a little bit. We're getting close to 10k. So we're going to hit the brakes again. Keep pushing this more and more to the center. And then once it's there, we'll get ourselves locked into that center. So we should be falling completely straight and smooth. So we're 9k up. So I'm going to put us on 1/3, hold us on 1/3 for a while. Yeah, we're not really losing speed, so I'm going to throttle up to max because I want to lose a lot of this speed. We're down at 5k. We're down to 100 meters a second. We're slightly less than off course. Okay, we're down at 30 meters a second. We're just over 4k up. I'm going to push myself out a little bit. We're definitely going to use quite a bit of fuel landing on this place. So we're about 4k. We're probably getting really close to the ground now. There's our shadow. So 1/3 is enough to slow us down. So I'm going to go for let's go for 1/3 actually. Alright. Try to bring us down nice and easy. Oh, oh, oh. Yay! Success! Oh. Now get our ladder extended. Let's do a crew report. Nothing of value. And you can see we've been to the moon more than a few times. And we've landed pretty much in the same area pretty much all the time, so it's not exactly a very good scientific area to get our data. So yeah, what was it? I think it was here we got our yeah. So we want to EVA. We'll grab this data if we can. What was this one? And we'll store it. So another brave Kerbal has landed on Mun backwards. Alright, so I think we're going to get ourselves an EVA report. Nothing at all from that. Surface sample, minor amount of science. Minimus is actually the one I haven't really explored that much of, so it'll be first to go. Wow! Holy moly, those are some big hills. I don't think I've ever seen hills like that on Mun before. Let's zoom out to them. Damn, they are big. So that's the edge of the crater. So we're sorry, the edge of the canyon. That was the crater we were originally thinking about. Let's have a look at it, see if we can get in close, see what it would have been like. So yeah, it would have been quite if we got the center of it, it would have been quite good. You can see how vertical the walls are in here. Like, we could have, I guess, landed in the middle if we were really, really good at this game. But that would have been hard. So there we are. We are down here, the little speckle just glowing. So this is us. My little Kerbal. Successfully. I'm actually going to put his RCS on. Thrust up. EVA report. Nothing from that. Alright. RCS off. Let's get back into space. Because I think we've got everything we could get. Just pop back into the ship. We're going to retract the ladders. Beautifully folding away. We've got all the science we could possibly get, so that means we need to now rendezvous with our ship. So this is it here, flying around, so we're going to have to fast forward until it's almost overhead, I think about there. So we're going to want to take off and go for that. And that should work. Okay, so do we wait a little bit longer? I think we'll wait a little bit longer. Let me get a bit closer. Right, that'll do. I think that'll be perfect. Right, so we're going to throttle up. We're down to half fuel. So it took half our fuel to land. So can we actually get this thing back into orbit? That's pointing down. So let me. The good thing is there's no atmosphere to fight us, so it should be quite easy to get us up to speed. And then if we can get up to speed, we'll be in orbit. So let's see if we're pushing out in the right direction anyway. Gonna go for full thrust. Little Bill has to hope he's got enough fuel on board to do this. Which I'm not entirely sure he does, because that fuel's going down pretty fast. We might end up in like a really freaking low orbit if we actually do get into orbit. Okay, we're pushing out. Stop there. So we're going to put another marker in over here. Whoops. And push ourselves out into an actual orbit that's at least stable. If it's stable, we can come get him. It's not the end of the world. So we just need a 3-second burn, and we're really low on fuel. Very, very low. Like, I was able to land on Dres and take off with far more fuel, so Mun must be bigger than Dres. Okay, so brakes on there. We want to throttle up for the 3 seconds, get us into orbit. So now we're safe. Thank God for that. So we don't have much fuel. Now what do? Do we not bother giving him? Because how high are we? We're only 48,000 on that side, 14 on that side. It's not high. I wonder if we should match on both sides. Because that is low. Make a cool rendezvous though. I think we're gonna have to though. We need this fuel basically for the docking. So I think we're gonna come get him. Alright, we're gonna switch to the probe. Alright, gonna zoom all the way in. All the way in. So here we go. So we wanna go get this guy. So we wanna set it as a target. We wanna hit the brakes and bring it in so that we're going to get... So the bad thing is we're going to end up nowhere near him to begin with. So we're going to match here. Should we flatten it? He's not looking too bad. He's a little bit off. Yeah, I guess it's here. We're going to do a maneuver over there. So we'll wait. Figure that one out once we've done this one. So we need to find our node and get this thing locked in for a little braking maneuver. Okay, there we go. She's rolling quite a bit. She's a bit heavy to move around, but that'll be solved pretty soon when we run out of fuel on 2 of our engines. Okay, locked in. Throttling up a little bit, just to make sure we got engines on. Fast forwarding, we're about 12 seconds away from the node. Let's go for it. Boom, there we are. So that wasn't even close to using up our fuel. So we want to put another node in here. We want to completely flatten our orbit. So we've got these dotted lines, we want to make them flip around. That's going the wrong way. So we make these dotted lines flip over with each other, like that. So that's perfect, right? So now we got to find this, and this is going to be off to the side somewhere. Come on then, where are you, Mr. Blue Little Node? There she is. So we'll get ourselves locked into this. And hold it there. So 1 second burn, 18 seconds before we need to do it. Sorry, 18 minutes away. So fast forwarding. The problem is as well, once we get lower, it's going to get a little bit harder. Okay, so we want to do the most delicate of thrusting here. Come on then. So we're going to lose this node. We should better then watch this Flip around. Wait for it to come close to us. That will probably be bang on. Okay, so now the problem is we're going to be here and he's going to be there. So we're quite far away from him. So what we need to either do is fly around a couple of times, because look at him, right now he's ahead of us. So to catch up with him, we'd have to get into a lower orbit, which is going to be hard considering he's already in a low-Earth orbit. So instead we're going to stay high. We're going to keep this one out here. And this means that he will go faster than us, and we hopefully will be able to catch him on a future orbit. So we'll see. Alright, see, now he's going to be here, we're going to be there. So we're flying around. We've got to wait till we get to the next node. And then we'll be able to see, because this one should change now. Alright, so he's going to get there. So that was from there to there. So I think next time we need to slow down a bit. Yeah, next time. So we're just going to go around again. So we're going to hit this node once more. So there we go. We can see now we will be behind him again. So what happens if we slow down? So if we slow down, it means we're actually going faster, because we're getting a lower orbit. So we'll actually catch up, which means, as we can see here, we're going to be able to get to him at the same point, and we will try and catch up to him here. Now, is this a good idea? Because we could try and catch him here. Like, we could try and get close to him here. And this is like our closest point to his orbit. So at that point we have a little bit of maneuvering abilities. I think that's how we'll do it. So we'll do it there. So we need to get this thing on target and quickly. So it's a deburn. Gonna get to slow down, so we'll just flip the ship right around. It's 20 seconds away, we should be able to do this, no problem. Are those engines, do those things still have fuel in them? I'm guessing they do. They have like the least amount of fuel you could possibly have. Overshot our target there. Come on. Come on, little ship. Apparently we don't have plenty of time because we just went over. So, locking ourselves in. I'm going to get rid of this node. I'm going to do this manually. So I want to thrust up and push these 2 points real close together. Probably to where these two lines are almost touching. That will be perfect. So that's us pretty darn close to them. Right, so what we want to do is another maneuver in here. I think we want to slow down. And at this point, this is where we can do the fine adjustments. We can get ourselves nice and close. Now the thing is, we're slightly off his orbit. That would get us... That gets us really close actually. 0.9 kilometers. So that's damn close. Let's see if we can just slightly adjust. I think that might be the closest we can get. It's 1.5 now. 1.1. 0.9. 1.8. So we're going to have to do... It's going to be really quite... It's going to be extremely tight adjusting. We could probably also do things with this. Slightly maneuver ourselves out and in. Just to get... But I don't think we're going to be doing that now. Let's have a look, see if we can get anything that's just slightly better. 1 kilometer. Okay, I'm going to go for that. So that's 48 minutes away, that burn. Right, so we're going to fast forward. All the way around. We're already on target, so that's perfect. Okay, coming up to our burn. We're looking at a 7-second burn here, so 50-50 basically. We didn't really 50. Right, I'm gonna have to get burning. So we can throttle up. And cut. Let's see how that actually is. 1.6. If we accelerate, what happens? We start to go further away, so we have to adjust. So let's see if we can adjust. I'm just going to look. So look at that, we're slightly under him. So we might be able to make this a touch better if we can see if we can just modify this just to make us a little bit higher. And that should make us even closer, I hope. Not particularly close at all, really. I think then we need to do, where's our dotted lines? Oof, how low are we going to get? Oh my god, 6 kilometers. We might hit something. Anyway, that gets us in a 2.5 kilometer distance from him. There's the points where we're level with him. Here's our dotted line. So we want to grab one of these. This is where we can adjust it so that we are perfectly level. So let's see if we can just figure out where we want to go, up or down, up. So that will probably put us not that much closer, but it does help us to figure out if we need to do something. So let's try to be gentle as hell now. Yeah, those look like they're pushing each other away rather than getting close. Oh, what happened there? Yeah, rather than getting closer. We do have intersects starting to get in place though. That's 3 kilometers away, that's 1. That's intersect what? 1, that's intersect 2. So that's pretty good. Let's see if we can push them a little. You see, they're getting further apart, which means we're going to stay together longer. 1.2. 0.3. 0.1, so that's 100 meters. Now we have to check, because I didn't realize how freaking low we were. Is that going to actually take us up higher? It is going to take us a slightly bit higher, which is probably good. Right, so we need to get this 14 minutes away, so we need to turn our shipper in. Okay, find this node. There she is, right there. Okay, so we gotta lock in there. So we have 13 minutes. So we can see him, right? He's right in front of us. We can't actually see him though. It's too far away, but he is dead ahead of us, going almost the same speed. But see, now we're ducking under him, which means we're going to go faster than him. Alright, we don't have an estimated burn on this. Right, it's a nice short burn. I'm hoping I'm going to do this perfectly. 1 kilometer, okay, we've done it. So I'm going to quick save. So we now have an intersect about 23 minutes, and my nodes are flying all over the place. So now we can't fast forward that fast because we're going so low. Actually, we're going to get really low, aren't we? 7,000 meters off the freaking ground. Now, I should just check how much we do have fuel. We have no fuel actually in these external tanks, so we do need to ditch them. I think I actually did the last few burns with no. See how high? 7,000. Okay, we could hit something. Doesn't look like it though. Yeah, we're pretty much as low as we're going to get. I'm going to use... I forgot to use the goo on the surface, didn't I? Whoops. That's not even worth it. That's not worth it either. Okay. So yeah, I should have ditched these engines. Making myself into a heavier vehicle having them still on. So yeah, we're too low to even go reasonable warp. Looks cool though. Flying so close to the moon's surface. Oh no, and we're going into the dark. Oh crap. We are actually going to go into the dark for the docking. Oh shit. Right, wait, we need to... So what we need to do is find... So we're now on target. So this shows us how fast we're going compared to our target. So we're going only 28 meters down. So what I need to do is put myself on the point of deceleration. The problem is we're not going to be able to see him. Or if we can, it's not going to be particularly easy. And he's going to be within 100 meters. So we could easily crash into him. Oh, actually, apparently that node is now 0.3. Oh, okay, that's not great. Now let's see if a slight burn would help. So if we do a slight break, 0.2, 0.1, okay, we can. This also means we'll get rid of the engines. There's a good chance. There is a chance they can actually. The engines could hit them because they're going to get up close, but they shouldn't get within 3 kilometers of him. So let's hope that's the case. So we want to disengage. We want to throttle up. We want to check. Are we actually in? Oh, I did that burn a bit early. It seems to be okay though, thank God. Now the problem is, we didn't do much of a burn. Look at these engines slowly moving away. There's Kerbal. Looking all good. Alright, that seems to be okay. We've not had too much of a problem there. So now we need to get our point of deacceleration back onto this. So this point of deacceleration is directly connected to the lander. So it means if we do this, we slow down to be, we can slow ourselves down to be exactly the same speed as the lander, which means we can easily park ourselves, hopefully, within the 1K. Hopefully. So we're now fast forwarding along. The sun has disappeared. It will be a while into, yeah, like we need to be like over here to get sunshine. Not great. So we are currently 3 minutes from this node. So we want to get nice and close. So right, we want to burn when we get to this node and slow ourselves down to match his speed. And we should be within 100 meters. And we might be able to see him. We might just be able to see him sparkling ahead of us. But also it's quite possible we won't. Because obviously we have a star field out here, so he could easily pop up. He could be behind us though, for all I know. Okay, 3, 2, 1, burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay, he should be nearby. We have no lights, unfortunately. I should have put some lights on this thing. So he should be damn close. But I can't see him. He doesn't appear to be in front of us. Is he behind us? Let's look. Oh my freaking god, there he is! So we're going to set him as target. And we're going to... That's actually really cool. I wasn't expecting to see such a clear thing. We're lucky that he's so blooming visible. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn around and face him. It does mean we went past him at some point. We actually did go past him. So we're going to lock ourselves in so we're pointing straight at him. And what we're going to do is we're going to switch to him. Oh my god, the engines. Oh god, they're actually close enough to go to. I wonder where he is in relation to them. Anyway, we're going to get onto this, so we're going to define the ship so it's just there. Set target on the docking port. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to go straight towards them. For the moment anyway. And the reason I'm using the probe for this is because it's far more, the lander is far more maneuverable than the big guy. So we're going to just throttle up to say 1 meter a second and we're just going to float on over. So I'm going to fast forward so that we can get nice and close. I'm going to flip myself over so that we're pointing at the point of deceleration so we can slow ourselves down once I'm satisfied. God, he's hard to see. So there he is, right here. We're coming in real close and close. So I'm just going to keep leaving it to just bring us in nice and close. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to throttle up a little bit. Slow down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Right, perfect. So I'm going to flip around to look at him. So there's my little target I want to aim at. So that's his docking port I'm aiming at right there. So we're now aiming at him. We have no RCS, so we can't do like lateral movement. Now I can't see the probe. Where's that? There? Oh my god. I don't know if pilots have to do nighttime. Real astronauts have to do this at night. I'm guessing they'll be smart enough to have some lights. So we're now pointing directly at him again. The engines are still somewhere close by. God knows where. Maybe we'll see them when the sun comes out. So now we're going to point at him. And we're going to just throttle up a little bit. So again, we're just going to bring it in real slow. So we're going to fast forward. You can see that our lateral movement is slightly off. We're not quite going towards him in a straight line. Is that the sun? Oh, it is. And the solar panels moved exactly that time. That was beautiful. Okay, so we're going to flip around. Because we're still having a bit of lateral movement, which is not good. So we want to try and do this quickly. Bingo, that's nice. Really nice. So we will... Oh, didn't mean to... flip around. And plunk ourselves on target. That's not perfect, like, because that's an angle we've got there, but it's enough to get us at least slightly back on target. It looks like the engines are no longer in range because we're not switching to them anymore. So just going to thrust up a touch. We're definitely not moving very well compared to it though. Let me see, I think we want to point about... Yeah, I think we want to point a bit more like that. Yeah, and then we'll switch back. And we'll grab this again. So he's slowly but surely coming towards us. We're going to put ourselves there, I think. Switch back. So we want to keep ourselves on target. See, we're just kind of sliding along. I don't like that. We're not looking too great. I think we're going to have to do something on our ship. Yeah, look, he's going like sideways compared to us. So it's like, yeah. Oh, we had something there. We had something. Come on. Docked. Yeah. So there we go. We are redocked again. So everything should be okay in the ships. So what we need to do now is we need to not throttle up, for crying out loud. We need to shut down this engine. And we need to grab this one and this one. And we need to fill this up. So this will get us back to having the lander fully loaded so we can go to Minimus. So we have to make sure all these tanks are fully loaded. So that means even these gold ones. Right, so that's good. And yeah, so that one's okay. And in. No, crap, in. Right. Filling this bad boy up. So yeah, next is Minimus. Once these are fully refilled. Oh, apparently looking at your thingy takes that off. Damn it. Come on, get filled. And good. That one, this one. Because you never know, we might need other fuel, because like we barely got into orbit off Minimus surface. We did have a little bit of fuel left, like we could have probably actually easily got higher. But it was a bit close. I'm pretty sure we had more fuel when I got off the surface to Trez. I think I was more, I went down at a nicer angle on Trez though. Right, so anyway. How the hell are we going to get to Minimus? This is a whole new ball game for me. I have never tried going from Mun to Minimus. So let's just see what would happen if we just simply throttled out right here. It would put us into escape trajectory. That's not what we want. Hey, that's not bad. We could probably even get right out to his orbit, which could be useful, I don't know. Probably not. That works though, I'm actually fine with that, right. So we should be a little bit more maneuverable now that we've lost those two engines. However, it doesn't really feel like it. Oh yeah, I want to check. We'll check once we get on target. We want to make sure that docking port is not going to allow fuel to be transported from each craft. From the lander to the other engines, because I don't want them sucking up the fuel. Lock us in. So let's just check that right now. Ah, so we still have to disable it. Yeah, that's a pay. So it looks like we have to do it every time it docks. Right. So we are going to do this in... Wait a minute, we're totally pointing the wrong way, aren't we? We totally are. Control from this probe. Yeah, that would have been disastrous if we had burnt from there. Because that would have put us... that would have crashed us into the moon. Because our ship's pointing the wrong direction. I'm amazed I actually noticed that. I might not notice it next time. Probably end up crashing into Minimus. Okay, so we're going to do a burn here. We're looking at 48 seconds. Which I think we were using minimum thrust last time, so that should change. So we're looking at be 3 minutes away, so let's just fast forward a chunk. I think that will do fine. Throttle up. Yeah, we are looking like 40 seconds. Let's go for max thrust. Let's fast forward a couple. So this we can probably make perfect. We can have it come right out to the orbit of Minimus. Alright, so cut. A little bit too far. That's cool though. That's cool. We're good with that. Should be workable. Okay, so I'm going to punch us out into deep space. And here we go very shortly. Boom. Right, so now we're in a big ass orbit around Kerbal. So Minimus is our target. Holy moly. We will be pretty close. Like, we're massively off an angle for a start, so we're going to have to fix that. So we're going to have a maneuver at the dotted line. And then change this into the dotted line switch, which will be about there. Okay. And that will be somewhere off to the side again, so we're going to find that. I thought this ship would be more maneuverable now that we got rid of those two engines, but it doesn't feel any snappier than it did before. Alright, we're looking at a 12-second burn in an hour. In 6 minutes. So we're going to fast forward. we're gonna throttle up. Do our burn. That's it, baby. And cut. So yeah, that pretty much puts us in a good position. I'm gonna run a little more. Okay, so holy crap, look how close we're gonna get. We must be able to change this to do it. Let's see. What can we do? Can we slow down? That looked like a no. Can't get that goddamn nod. Yeah, it doesn't look... There's something happening there though. I think we might be meeting Mun again or something. Yeah, we are meeting Mun again. So let's see, what happens if we push out? No use. Let's see. Sideways? Oh. No. But yes, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yes. 1,900,000. 400. 300. I think we were closer back the way though. 200. I'm fine with 200, I think. So we're going to rotate around. Where is this mark going to be? There she is, right off the corner, like, yeah. Damn, this ship is so sluggish. Come on, right. Locking in. There we go. So 3 hours away, we're doing a 15-second burn. Pretty light burn actually. But it's because we're so far away from anything that affects gravity, so maneuvers out here are extremely cheap. Because you see how much we're changing our trajectory, it's quite a chunk. But it's amazingly not that much fuel. So I'm going to bring us down to probably, I don't do this perfectly, so I'm going to get it down to about a minute. Well, that's actually worked out better. So we're going to throttle up. So we're going to do our thrust. And this should put us into a very nice intercept with Minimus. Ooh, ooh. Okay, nice and easy now. So I think we can get down to about 300. Let's see if how close we can get. 200. Just make sure the numbers keep going down. If we get down to like 100,000, that'd be perfect. Oh, that's freaking awesome. Okay, quick save. So we're going to fast forward out. Okay, now I don't want to fast forward too fast when we reach this mark, or it might miscalculate. Okay, that's our, like, I think that's one of my first probes I ever sent out on my campaign, so I'm very proud of it. It never made it back though, it was out of fuel, but still it was cool that I managed to send it all the way out here. So we're going to need to hit the brakes and put us into an orbit which is about 100,000. I think 100,000 would be a good place to release the lander from. So make sure this is nice and close to 100,000. Give us something good to aim for. Right. Need to swing this thing around. Find our node. And then we'll do our burn and we will stop ourselves in orbit, which will be cool. Where is it? There we go. Come on. Come on. I don't know what's making this thing feel so heavy. It should feel lighter than it did. Alright, we're locked in. Actually, yeah, let's check the reaction wheel. Operational. Yeah, should be fine. But it doesn't feel like it. Anyway, let's fast forward. So Minimus is our target. And we're going to be doing a 19-second burn, so let's get in within a minute or so. That will probably be fine. Let's throttle up and fast forward a little bit. There we go, and perfect. Yeah. Let's look at our beautiful target below us. Where the heck is she? It's amazing when you can't find a freaking planet or a moon. Oh, there we go. Damn. It's been a long time since I've been a Minimus now. I'm tempted as well to land on the higher ground. I think it'll be a different biome, so I'm very tempted to try doing that. But I don't know. We'll see. See, and then we just need to do a braking maneuver and put this thing down.